everyone, Kelly here. Tonight we are going to have Reimagining PASTAbilities with Dr. Mike. Hey.
Hi, Kelly. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited. We're
Can't
gonna
wait to hear
have a great time. Great to see you all today. I hope you're ready for a terrific dinner as we make some great pasta and have a great time together. Well, Kelly, I think we should let's get into the kitchen. What do you say? All right.
All right, here we are in Cornerstone's kitchen. Dr. Mike, what is all of this?
Well, this is what we're gonna use tonight. This is just putting everything together. I think the French term is mise en place, everything in its place. So we've got all of the different ingredients and the different cooking utensils we're going to use tonight. Pretty simple. I don't usually put everything out quite like this because usually I'm in my kitchen and I know where different things are, but this helps me to know I've got everything that I'll need for the evening. I do like having all the ingredients out first before I start cooking because there have been a couple of times when I've started to cook and realized, oh, I forgot to have and that ingredient that I wanted to have, I don't have it. So it's always good to get everything out you're going to use to cook with. At least that is for me. So
Sure, and we will go through each piece here as we're cooking. Are you ready to get started?
I'm ready. I'm getting hungry. What about you?
I am hungry. You ready to go?
I don't believe you. You didn't look like you were hungry at all. You just started laughing.
I had lunch already. Okay, so Dr. Mike, our water is not boiling yet, but you've already added the salt. I've always waited until the boil point before we added salt. Can you tell me why you prefer to do it this way?
Well, sometimes, Kelly, men are wrong. I've just always added the salt, same time I put the water in, just because I'll forget otherwise. I don't know if there's a best reason. I know you've told me that you've actually seen chefs do this, and so if you put the salt in while the water's boiling, great. In fact, maybe next time when we shoot this, I'll do it the right way.
I'm sure the viewers will let us know who is right.
The big thing, though, is that, again, the salt actually adds to the flavor of the pasta. So I've always been told that you ideally want the water to be as salty as, say, seawater. Now, I don't know that many people want to put that much salt in their pasta water, but it does make a difference in terms of the flavor of the pasta to have some salt in the water. All right, Kelly, let's go through the different ingredients we've got here. So garlic, we'll peel that and put that in the sauce in a little bit, and we'll combine that with olive oil. I've got a basic olive oil I got at a local grocery store. This is not an expensive olive oil, but I know it's a really great one, so I guess I'm plugging this particular kind of olive oil. It's not expensive, but it really tastes great with all different kinds of things. Great overall multi-use kind of olive oil. The really important thing for me are these tomatoes, Kelly. Let me tell you, these tomatoes I used to find all the time on the East Coast when we lived out there in Virginia and DC area. It's harder to find them here in St. Louis. This is a specific brand of San Marzano tomatoes. And these are whole peeled tomatoes that I've got. I'll use 2 cans of this and 1 can of the crushed tomato. And the reason I'm using the whole tomatoes is because these are peeled and cooked together whole, and so there's a little bit different flavor than when they crush them. And it'll give us a little bit different texture for the sauce itself. But I got these tomatoes at a local grocery store, an Italian grocery store on Olive Boulevard. I'm giving a plug for these folks too. Viviano's, which also has a location on the hill. And to me, it's a easy place to find these tomatoes. You could order them online, have them delivered to you, but I like buying local, so that's where I've gotten these. So these are really important because I find that a tomato, the basic ingredient is the difference between one flavor and kind of overall kind of sauce and another. You can use all kinds of different sauces or tomatoes if you want to. This just happens to be my favorite that I use. I've used other ones that say San Marzano tomatoes, and they're from the local grocery stores have other brands. This is the brand I really prefer, though. Okay, so we'll also use oregano, and you're asking me how much I use, and I said
We want to know.
Yeah, I said
It looks like about a tablespoon, a good tablespoon.
I would bet so.
But it also looks like your sage there is about equal amounts.
Basil.
Oh, excuse me. Basil,
I've
not
never
sage.
put sage in there. It's I don't know what that would taste like, but basil is what I've got here, and it's about the same, about a tablespoon, right, sir? And then we've got crushed red pepper, and this is to taste. So I won't put all this in here because if I put all that in there, Mrs. Gillen would call me and say, "That's too hot." So we don't want that. But that's a nice kind of spicy flavor. Oh, and then did I mention the salt?
Nope.
So just a basic sea salt is what we'll put in there, and we'll probably put in 3 or 4 pinches. It really varies a lot. Like a chef will put in a lot more of this sea salt than someone that, say, has high blood pressure. So, really season this to taste and to your own preference, but a good sea salt's really crucial.
All right.
And then our last thing is spaghetti. So find your favorite spaghetti. I like this because it's a little bit heartier kind of pasta that will hold up really well.
Okay, so tell us about your method for blending these tomatoes.
So I have to confess to you, I didn't actually learn how to do this on my own. There's a chef named Lydia Bastianich who has several restaurants in the United States. I went to one of her restaurants, loved her food, found a cookbook. She describes how to make pasta sauce so that the tomatoes stay a bright red color. So I was pulsing the blender so that it would slowly blend up the tomatoes. If I just push real and just have it blended quickly, air gets mixed up into the tomatoes and they turn a pink color. And so I was hoping for this sauce to be a bright red color. That's why I was pulsing it like that. I put the whole tomatoes first and then the crushed tomatoes, and that kind of blended everything together to get what we've got now. So it'll be a nice, really pretty dark red sauce.
Except you put the whole tomatoes on top.
That's what I meant to say. Did I not say I said it the wrong way? That's because I don't know what I'm doing. So again, either order works great. Okay, good.
All right, so it looks like we've got some olive oil and garlic going. Tell me what you've done here.
Added about a quarter cup of olive oil, and then the cloves of garlic are in there. We're just going to let the garlic get a little bit brown, and then we'll pour in the tomatoes in a minute. So just make sure that the olive oil, if you're doing it like I'm doing it, just make sure you've got a big enough pot that the olive oil and the garlic doesn't splatter, and when you put the tomatoes in, it doesn't splatter all over the place. This is a nice big pot, so we should be all right. If you're worried about splatter, just add all these ingredients together at the same time, including the tomatoes, and then turn on the stove. Okay?
Sounds good. All right, we've started our sauce. Tell us the next steps.
So we're going to add the seasonings now, Kelly. So we're going to start with salts. And so, we'll just take what, different people want different amounts, season to taste, and what you're comfortable with. You're a nurse, right, Kelly? So I'll add more salt. So you like that. Okay, good. All right, that's perfect. Then we're going to take the oregano. And again, I'm going to put all of this in. It's about, what do we think it was? A couple teaspoons? Tablespoon. Yeah, tablespoon. Same with the basil, and then I'm gonna go easy on the crushed red pepper today. All right, that'll be good. We're just gonna stir it up. So I got a blade of spoon here. Just gonna kind of get it all stirred. We want all mixed up so that your heat should probably be on, say, a low medium. I think is probably the right, not quite to medium, maybe a little bit lower than that than low medium, depending on what kind of pan or pot you're using, how much space you got between the ingredients and the top of the pan, just so it's not splattering around as you're stirring. But you really want to try and get the olive oil mixed together with the tomatoes over as it cooks. So we'll kind of stir it for a little bit. You notice I didn't add onions. I didn't add a lot of really, the garlic cloves you can fish right out of there. So this is really a good all-purpose, simple sauce. The thing that makes it really good, in my opinion, is the tomato. So I've had some folks give me tomatoes from their garden recently. I've incorporated that into a sauce like this, which is also great. It's a different kind of flavor to the sauce. But to me, the main thing is this is a really simple sauce that'll make a really great tasting pasta.
So out of curiosity, how long will we simmer this sauce for?
So we'll turn it down to medium low, and we're going to let this, say, cook for 10, 15 minutes. You could let it cook for longer if you wanted to. The longer it cooks with it uncovered like this, it's going to get thicker. And but it's just letting the flavors marry, the spices marry each other. And it's really, you could even serve it right now if you wanted to. It would be delicious like this. But what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and drop the pasta into the pasta water. And in about 10 minutes, you're going to be ready for some terrific spaghetti.
All right, so our pasta is cooked. The sauce is ready. Show us how to put it all together.
Yeah, it's real simple. I actually added something too. I made some meatballs and dropped them in the sauce at the very end just for fun, because why not? So we'll just put some sauce on our pasta. We haven't done anything to the pasta, so in fact, normally I would even keep a little bit of the pasta water, and I would just incorporate that as well, because that helps with kind of thickening stuff. But we won't worry about that today. I kind of forgot. No big deal. Nobody knows, except now I just told everybody, but that's fine. So we're just going to toss this up here, toss this together, kind of coat everything. And I'm just coating it a little bit so that the sauce and the pasta kind of all get pushed together. The pasta doesn't stick together. And then when I plate this, people can put more, more sauce on it as they want to in just a minute. Okay, I'm going to grab a plate. So I'm going to move over here and grab, oh, there you go, Kelly. Let's take that plate there. All right, very good. Thank you, Kelly. So let's see how this goes, right? I bet this is going to be terrific. More sauce in there. Oh, and Kelly, we forgot.
What did we forget?
We made some garlic bread.
I did all the work.
You did all the work. You said we put some garlic bread in here. That looks great. How's that look? What do you think?
I think it looks really good.
Put a little cheese on it.
Okay.
Got a little Parmesan cheese. Sprinkle a little bit on there. I think we're good to go.
Let's eat.
Let's eat.
This smells so good.
Yeah, it does. Kelly, this has been great. I think all of our hard work in the kitchen is worth it tonight. It's been great to be able to cook with you and with the video crew behind the scenes.
They're okay.
I think they're great. And everybody that's at home with us, joining us for Reimagining PASTAbilities. You know, Kelly, as we enter our 216th year of ministry, Cornerstone United Methodist Church is being reminded that we can reimagine the possibilities God and we can have together. This Reimagining PASTAbilities is a fun way for us to imagine how we can do ministry in all different kinds of ways and have fun doing it. So, great to be with you today. I think we should try this.
Let's eat.
Hope your dinner's as good as ours is. See you soon.
Bye.